Jake Merklinger is going to be your backup quarterback this season. George MacIntyre, I know everybody's excited about him. I like his ceiling a lot more, but it's going to be Merklinger.
Dave, I'm going to murk you with this topic.
Sweet.
To quote a president, wrong. It's going to be George MacIntyre. George MacIntyre is the future of Tennessee football. He is a future superstar. And I think there is no way. I think the only way Jake Merklinger is the backup and not George MacIntyre is if Nico goes down. Hypa would be worried about George MacIntyre creating a quarterback competition for playing too well.
Wow, this guy was all on the Nico train. Now he's throwing him under the bus. Bank on it. Brought to you by City Heating and Air Conditioning. 50 years in East Tennessee. Integrity matters. Let me tell you why Caleb's wrong in 30 seconds.
Hi, Mike Davis here with City Heating and Air, reminding you to always dare to compare. Our team provides quality local heating and air service, installation, and maintenance across East Tennessee. We use only the best equipment like American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning for your residential, new construction, or commercial needs. Honesty, dependability, and customer satisfaction have been the cornerstones of our business since 1961. City Heat and Air.
Dare to compare.
Merklinger is getting all of the significant snaps right now with the first team and the second team. MacIntyre is just too far behind when you have a year. I remember Peyton Manning saying he didn't mind going in with other quarterbacks in the same class and competing with them, but he did have a problem going in with a school that had taken the quarterback right before him. So to me, a year is just, unless you are a phenom, maybe MacIntyre is a phenom, a year is just too much to overcome.
Not in this offense. This is a simple offense to learn. Talent wins out. And production and head and everything like that. Hendon Hooker, for instance, someone's going to quote me on that and say, well, Jim Hilton had more talent than Hendon Hooker. No, he didn't. Hooker had more talent and was smarter and was more accurate. And so I think Mac is going to win out. I think Mac's going to win the starting job. And I do like Travis calling me out. This is Travis wins for the best comment of the day. But sorry, I was trying to share it. We're both trying to share it at the same time.
Let me do it. Stop.
There you hit the wrong one.
Well,
that's a good comment.
You keep hitting the button. All right. Where is it?
It's 2 above that one. But wait, General, it's just not that we don't like your comment. You're right. He is too loyal. But yes, Nico was created in a lab in 2024. Quote from Caleb. A meth lab in 2025. By the way, meth totally should be allowed. All right. Anyways, in sports, I think MacIntyre is better than Merklinger, and I'm shocked Merklinger didn't hit the portal because I think Jake Merklinger was the Taven Jackson of that class. For those who don't remember, Taven Jackson was Heupel's first quarterback commitment, a 4-star. That was an insurance plan in case he didn't land Nico or in case Nico didn't work out when he got to campus or something happened. The minute Nico got to campus, Taven Jackson pieced and hit the portal and went to Indiana. And I think that, George MacIntyre has just an insanely beautiful deep ball, similar to Nico. I've seen some of his highlights. And I do think Jake Merklinger actually may have more moxie than Nico, but George MacIntyre has the moxie and the deep ball. And and David speaks, you're absolutely right. I didn't even notice. You said Merklinger is Taven Jackson. GMAC is more Tyler Bray. He's Tyler Bray with intangibles. Okay. So he's Tyler Bray with intangibles.
And part of those intangibles, too, Tyler Bray, to defend him for a moment, is quite frankly, he didn't have the coaching that he should have. We talked about Jerry Green and Tony Harris. There's a similarity there, right?
Yes, but
more stability if you have better leadership, if you have a guy that'll stand up to you. That Butch Jones was willing to bend over backwards for anybody that had talent, which is what Phil Fulmer did later in his career.
Well, but Tyler played for Derek Dooley, but I don't know if Dooley bent over backwards. Maybe Dooley was the opposite. He might have been focused on way too many things not important that didn't make the players want to right themselves. But let's be honest, Dave. I know you like Lane Kiffin. Would Tyler Bray have had any better intangibles if Lane Kiffin was there?
Oh, I think Tyler Bray, if he'd have been under Lane Kiffin, would have balled out.
But he would have had.
He might have still done the wave runner
Oh.
thing and thrown beer bottles at cars, but
Yeah,
he would have been good.
And by the way, when he threw the beer bottles at cars one time, Derek Dooley was asked about it. You know what you say as a coach, right? That's not acceptable. We're going to suspend him, whatever. Derek Dooley was like, I'm just worried about his accuracy, man. He was missing some of the cars. I'm like, really? Yeah. You're trying to make a joke out of your quarterback throwing beer bottles at cars?
He's the dumbest smart guy that I've ever met. Like, you know, people that are smart, but they're not street smart.
Yes.
He's that guy. Bank on it. Derek Dooley's a goofball. Brought to you by Commercial Bank.
Commercial Bank is your neighborhood bank. What makes us different from other banks? We understand that every customer has unique opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. We don't expect you to fit into the same box as the next person or business. Whether it's purchasing a home, saving for your child's future, or planning for your next vacation, we're with you every step of the way to navigate life's big decisions. Commercial Bank. Life.
Okay, so this is pretty much impossible, Caleb, but give me the prediction, because let's not forget Brendan Faison.
Travis is cooking with the comments. Travis is winning the day with his comments. Share Travis's last comment.
Yes, Bobby Petrino bent over backwards for the cheerleaders. How do you see the quarterback position playing out? Daniel says, J Mark going to be a stud along with Faison. Heck with Nico. Get that kid here now. Just kidding, sort of. Okay, here's how I see it shaking out. I see Nico, this is my prediction, and a lot of things could change, actually staying for another year. I think Merklinger transfers. I think at that point, MacIntyre's had enough time to catch Merklinger, unless something were to happen to Nico and Merklinger got a ton of game time. Because that's tough to overcome. Right now, Merklinger has the advantage of a ton of practice time over MacIntyre. If he got a bunch of game time, then he would have that advantage over Brendan Faison or MacIntyre, because I don't think MacIntyre is going to be ready. So here's what I think happens. Then MacIntyre's the starter, and Brendan Faison looks at his commitment at Tennessee with a very skeptical eye and may end up elsewhere. I do not have great confidence that Brendan Faison, given what Tennessee has in their
Faison Brandon, you mean?
Faison Brandon. I do not have great confidence that he will end up at Tennessee.
Well, and apparently with some workouts and stuff he's done in the offseason, they're considering they've actually dropped his rating on some services. Faison Brandon, they think they might have overrated him a few services. So that's I kind of agree with you on that.